It was a hot summer's day on the island of Silver, and Percy was pulling a passenger train down Thomas's branch line. Everyone was happy. It was a beautiful day. Percy really liked the summer. Everything was busier than ever, and Percy was hard at work. Peep, peep, whistled Percy as he pulled into the last station. When Percy reached the end of the line, he saw Sir Topham Hatt standing on the platform. "Percy," he said, "there's a new engine. His name is Billy. You must help him pull a heavy freight train to Meron. You must meet him at Knapford and show him what to do." "Yes, sir," said Percy. And when the passengers all got out, Percy shunted the coaches into the siding and then made his journey to Knapford. Percy puffed into the yards at the big station. He saw Billy. He was a shiny orange engine, and his paintwork glistened in the summer sun. "Hello," said Percy. "Are you Billy?" "Yes, I am," whistled Billy. "Are you here to help me with the freight train?" "Yes," answered Percy. "Anyway, we must get to work shunting the train." So the two set off to collect their cars. Billy and Percy had shunted their cars into one long train. Billy was just backing down onto the train when he saw Percy taking on coal. "What are you doing?" asked Billy. "I'm just taking on coal and water for a long journey. You better do that too," said Percy. "Peh!" snorted Billy. "I took on plenty yesterday." "Well, this is a long journey, so you will need a lot of coal and water," replied Percy. "You're starting to act very bossy now, Percy," retorted Billy. Percy was starting to get cross. "We won't make it to Meron unless you fill up on coal and water," Percy said crossly. Billy didn't say anything. He just wheezed angrily at Percy. "Come along now," said Percy's driver. "He'll learn his lesson." So Percy backed down onto the train, and when the conductor blew his whistle, they were ready. Go on, said Billy. "Not so hard, not so hard," replied Percy, and the long train left the station. The two were making great time, and everything was fine. "You really should fill up on coal and water," said Percy to Billy. "Rubbish!" snorted Billy. "You're just a silly caterpillar who doesn't know what he's talking about." Percy knew that this would be a long day. As the journey went on, the two started arguing more and more. Percy was fed up with Billy, and Billy was fed up with Percy. Billy was feeling a little thirsty, but he would never admit it. The two made a stop at Walsworth to pick up some goods. Percy was filling up on water from a water tower. "Already?" cried Billy. "The train wasn't that heavy." "Maybe because I was doing most of the work," snapped Percy. "And if you would listen, you would know how to be a really useful engine." Billy didn't answer. He just blew more steam. "That's enough," said Percy's driver. "Billy, you best take on water now." "I don't need any," huffed Billy. "I'm doing fine." Both Percy and his crew, fed up, just went to start the journey once more. Soon, Gordon's Hill came into view. "Just a quick climb over this hill," said Percy. "Puff hard, Billy." "I know what to do," retorted Billy. Percy regretted saying anything. But then, Billy started to grow tired. He puffed with all his might, but the train started to go slower and slower, and at last, the train stopped. Billy had run out of coal and water. "Well, you did it now," said Percy's crew. "If you had just listened, we would have been over this hill already." Billy was ashamed and said nothing. Both Percy, his crew, and Billy's crew were scolding him severely. At last, they telephoned for help, and soon Edward came to help them up. Soon after they reached Meron, Billy was filling up with water. He felt very silly. Percy was busy shunting the cars away. "I'm sorry, Percy," said Billy. "Well, maybe next time you'll listen," said Percy crossly. Billy said nothing in response. He just stared at his buffers. That evening, Sir Topham Hatt was scolding Billy severely. "You must always fill up on coal and water before a journey. I want none of my engines acting as careless as you did today. I don't want any more mishaps from you anymore, Billy. Is that understood?" "Yes, sir,"
Sorry, sir,
said Billy shamefully. I hope next time he'll listen. Don't you?